if Montreal did make the playoffs, I would be nervous big time. I think Montreal's actually made for the playoffs, to be honest. Welcome to episode 20 of the Barely Onside Podcast with your host, Jonny G and Pelly. How you doing, man?
Doing good, brother. How you doing?
Doing excellent, man. It was a good night, good weekend. What is it, Saturday? Saturday, got one more day with the kids, and then back to Monday, back to the week. Excited. How was your day today? I know you had a pretty busy day today.
I had a nice little Saturday, actually, you know. Went to Buddy's Shadow Jesse Gronenville. Went to his acreage. Was supposed to go there for a couple hours, I assumed. You know, it's just 3 of us and the wife, so 4 of us. And I thought we'd go there for a couple hours. Haven't met his wife. You know, expected to play with his farm animals. You know, the goats, chickens, horses, other things probably. But yeah, we stayed till like 9 o'clock. So then I'm watching the Oiler game on TV, and then the Flyer game, listened on my phone. Unfortunately, because I really wanted to watch that game on the big screen at home, chilling. But hey, it was a good day with the fam. There was like 6 kids there, so they're jiving. Mm-hmm. Had a couple lip dinners, some wings. Nice little Saturday. How was your Saturday?
Nice, man. It was good. We got up early, as we always do every day. And Lexi's hasn't been feeling well. She's got like an earache, or took her to the doctor. I think it was yesterday. Got her some medication. Yeah. Doesn't seem to be helping too much. So there's that. So she's up in the middle of the night a little bit. But this morning she had her first class of musical theater. Is that what it is? Yeah, musical theater.
Fantastic.
So a little drama class. So we took the kids there, them there this morning at about 9 o'clock, or I think it was at 9 o'clock. So we left. It's kind of far. It was like 30 minutes away. So left at 8:15, got her there. And then, that's pretty much it, man. And then I took the long way home. I took the scenic way home. So we were in a place called Vanier. And if you keep going north, you head down to kind of the river, and then through downtown and through Parliament and down through Bank Street and the canal. Took the scenic way home. So it was nice and relaxing. The kids were, on the phone, on the iPad. I was just chilling, listening to some sports radio, enjoying the view. So it was good, man. Then we got home, and what did we do? A little more of the iPad stuff, and got ready for the show. Really excited about tonight's hockey game. So, I mean, we didn't do too much, but nice. We got through it, man. It was a good day.
What'd you guys have for supper?
So we had, what are they called? It's like chicken legs. It's like
chicken legs,
right? Like I think
like a drumstick.
Yeah, but like a lot bigger. A lot bigger.
Chicken
right?
thigh. A chicken thigh.
No, bigger.
Chicken leg.
So I think it's like a chicken leg, but they're like this big. Oh no, I shouldn't do that, or I'm going to zoom in.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, they're just bigger. So I just made some seasoning, made a nice some spices, put some spices on there, a little bit of a spread, and we had that with rice and broccoli, and it was good, man. Pretty delicious. Caitlin liked it. I liked it. The kids just eat cereal all the time, so who knows, man? Gosh, it's hard to get them to eat good.
Yeah, your kids eat cereal, eh?
Oh,
what kind of cereal do they eat?
What kind of
cereal? What kind of cereal?
Well, we pretend that we're doing a good, we're going to pretend to do something healthy and get the organic Annie's cinnamon sugar checks or whatever it is. Or it's the checks. It's the cinnamon sugar checks.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. It's hard. I don't know. It's hard to get them to eat what we want them to eat, but we want them to eat. So we're like forced to allow them to eat cereal for supper sometimes. And I don't know, man. Like, I'll go through stretches. Man. I'll go through stretches where I'm like, okay, no, we're going to have what daddy makes, what mommy and daddy makes. And then they just don't eat it. And it's just like, well, you need to eat something. And then they're snacking. You know what the worst is? It's hilarious. I don't want to bash on my little young kids, but like,
I'm going to bash on my kids
it's
after
just
you.
Kind
so
of
I want to hear
though.
it. I want to hear it.
It's funny though. It's just like, what the worst thing is that when it's bedtime and you're laying down and like it's calm finally, like the chaos is over kind of, and like you're like, okay, go to bed. So she lays down, she's sleep or ready to go to bed, and then she all of a sudden, last second, when you think like you're almost at home plate, she's like, I'm hungry. And I'm just like, so now I have to go downstairs, grab something, wait for you to eat, and then get you back to bed. It's the worst, man. I hate it. We do our best to give them the bedtime snack before, but sometimes it doesn't happen, or she doesn't eat anything, or she doesn't like it, and then it's just like, now I got to find her a snack at like 8:00, right before I thought she was going to sleep. Her eyes were closing, and then boom, she's hungry. Come on, Lex. Come on, man.
That makes me feel. I mean, we're assholes because I think I'm really against cereal because there's only a couple cereals. Like I like the ones that are like high protein. You can give them like the protein milk, and then like they have high protein. So like, yeah, you're hitting some good macros. But we bought some Frosted Flakes. I love Frosted Flakes as a kid, and there's nothing healthy about Frosted Flakes. That shit's garbage. So if they get Frosted Flakes, it's a treat. It never happens. If they're not eating cereal, it'll be oatmeal. But when it comes to supper and like whatever I make, the rule is if there's protein there, the animal died for you. So you're going to eat the meat. You don't have to eat your rice or mashed potatoes or fries. Meat goes first, and then you have to usually choose between the carbohydrates, whether it's rice, mashed potatoes, or the fries, and then the vegetables. I don't give a rat's ass what they choose. The meat has to be done. That's a no-brainer. So that's good that you kind of just say, hey, here's some cereal. I'm like, no. And then tonight, so we're at Buddy's house. We were expected to be there for a couple hours just because we weren't sure how like Gabriel's gonna act. He's 4 months old. He's, like I said, he's the sweetest kid ever. So we stayed till like 9:00. They made pizza. They had a bunch of appies. Wesley barely ate the pizza. So I think he munched on pretzels and salt and vinegar and cheesy chips. But we get home tonight and we're putting him to bed. And he's like, Dad, I'm hungry. I'm like, eat tomorrow, man. I'm sorry. And that's it. And like, yeah, of course, do I want you to go to bed hungry? No, but like, this is why you're supposed to eat. So like, we want to say like, you're not going to starve. You're not malnutrition. Like, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like for me, look at me. Boom. Dad bought. I'm going to eat if I'm hungry. So who am I to say that? But I'm trying to make a point to him. And he's pretty good. But sometimes if that happens, I'll go grab a cheese string. I'll bring it to you. You're not going to come downstairs.
Something like that, yeah.
You're going to stay in your zone where you're like going to fall asleep. That never really happens though. Because if you bring them downstairs and then they're all like, they kind of get excited and then they're getting out of that element and they think that they're like, what they're doing
stay up a little longer.
They're stalling. Kids are the master of stalling. I think it's hilarious.
It's cute, man. I mean, that's the thing. I don't know. Like if we tell them that no, you had your chance to eat, like she'll lose her mind. She'll lose her mind, and so it's just like, okay. But that's why we do try to get it before, right?
And but you just don't want to start something and piss them off. I get it.
Yeah, exactly. So we do snack plates. Like we're usually good. We get their milk, snack plates. Go upstairs, read some books, have your snacks, blah blah blah. Lexi doesn't really eat much at bedtime. Marley will. Marley will snack on stuff.
What kind of snacks do you do?
Like crackers. Crackers, cheese, like you said, cheese strings, like we have that. Applesauce, like the Costco Kirkland applesauce.
I hear you, man. Dude,
so
today,
stuff like that, man. Just
I'd say we're bang on. Like there's always a bedtime snacks. That's usually either going to be like the goldfish. Always apples. There's always apples. So Danica bought this peeler off Amazon. You stick it, you put it in, and she turns the handle, and it strips the apple, like the skin.
Yeah.
It's probably under 5 seconds. It's so sweet. It's pretty cool. It's like $20. But yeah, it's always apples, and then it's either going to be like a yogurt drink, which are like, I don't know, what are they? They're like 40 calories, 4 grams of sugar. I don't really. The sugar's not going to affect it. There's probiotics, and then it's going to might be some crackers.
Yeah.
And a cheese string. But yeah, sometimes they want that sugar, man. And I'm like, nope, I shut that shit down because my son is a fiend for sugar.
Oh, Lexi,
it's
too,
a problem.
Man.
And it's like he gets on these things and it's like, dude, like we look at each other and like we have to almost like we don't ever drink pop.
Yeah.
But last night, Danica's on like this. She's doing really well dieting, and we both craving a Diet Pepsi.
Yeah.
Or she had a Diet Coke, I had a Diet Pepsi. And Wesley, if he has pop, he's like, he won't stop. It's like, he asks for more. And I'm like, no, man, back off. You know? But he loves sugar. And I'm like, fuck. Like,
I know.
I got to limit you. I got to watch. But hey, he goes to the pantry. And we bought these protein bars from Costco. They're so good. They're 20 grams of protein, 15 grams of carbs, 6 sugar. Have as many as you want.
Yeah.
If you have 2 a day, you hit your macros as a 40-pound kid.
Hit your macros as a kid.
Well, man, he's a unit for 3 years old.
Oh,
he's in the 98th percentile. And he's just, he looks like a 5-year-old.
I don't worry too much about that stuff with them. Like, I mean, you do want to limit the sugar intake. That's the biggest thing for me.
I'm trying to raise a Div 1 athlete here.
Chips.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Div
true.
1.
Lexi loves her
overall.
chips too. Like the chips too, man. We can't. Honestly, it's just up to us to not bring it into the house. Like if we don't want the kids to eat it, then it's not.
Don't bring it.
Exactly. So like we do
can't
that.
Be hypocrites.
No, exactly right. You can't be. You can't eat this sugar while Dad's like just munching down on a bunch of sugar on a bowl of sugar. So, but you know what? Like the biggest thing for us is that we just tell them to listen. We're like, Lexi, listen to your body. All right.
Totally.
And she's really good at it because like she'll be like, "Okay, have a cookie." She'll give her a cookie, and then all of a sudden like she takes one bite and she's like, "Yeah, I don't want it anymore." So it's like you see things like that. It's just like, okay, well, as long as we just keep telling them, listen to your body, don't get sick. Like the second you start getting sick, you feel something different. Like that's when your body's telling you that you've had enough. Not good. So
yeah, man.
Anyways, enough about these kids and their eating habits. Because,
I love it.
Yeah, but they're fun, man. It's
I love it.
We do our best as parents, man. We do our best, right? We do our best. But let's get into some hockey because. Couple of good nights, man. Good nights. Do you want to talk with Philly tonight, or do you want to go with Montreal?
We can talk about Philly.
Let's start with Philly tonight. Because Philly was a big night in Philly. All right, we'll talk about Philly.
Let's talk about it.
Let me tee this up. We'll get the Philadelphia Flyers. They beat the Anaheim Ducks 6-0 at home tonight. Goals scored: Morgan Frost, Garnet Hathaway, Owen Tippett, Ryan Poehling, Jamie Drysdale, and Matvei Michkov all scored. Every goal scorer except for Michkov had an assist, so 2 points for 5 of those goal scorers. Travis Konechny had a big game with 4 assists, which is now, I think, he hit 50 points now?
Number 50, baby.
Unreal, 50. Man. How good is this kid? How good is
Incredible.
He? So
Incredible.
Good. So good. Scott Laughton, Travis Anaheim, they picked up helpers as well. That rounds out the scoring. Samuel Ersson got the start and recorded his second shutout of the season, stopping all 22 shots he faced. But as we all know, and the entire hockey world knows, tonight was about Cutter Gauthier and his return to Philadelphia. Gauthier was drafted 5th overall by the Flyers in 2022 and refused to sign with the Flyers out of college, forcing them to trade him. He was traded to Anaheim in January 2024 for Jamie Drysdale and a second-round pick in the upcoming draft. This season, Cutter's got 5 goals, 18 points, and 42 games. So not a great season. Not too bad. I mean, he's a rookie. He's young. Still time to get better. But from the second he stepped on the ice, Pelly, the booze rained down as expected. But pretty big night for Philadelphia and the return of Cutter Gauthier. What do you think, man?
Well, first off, I'd like to say it's amazing they got 6-0 against the Ducks in their homecoming. I think it's incredible. So super happy. I really wish I could have watched the game and heard it instead of just watching it on my phone with the friends on mute. But it looked like a rough game, seeing all the scrums. It looked like a game that you wanted to watch. And this is what we've all been waiting for the last, year, is seeing this at Wells Fargo. But man, I'm happy to see Matvey got a goal. It's good. It's kind of good to say, hey, sorry, yeah. Cutter. And then also Drysdale, shooting back 3 points, clutch goal. That was such a nice goal. But yeah, man, the team showed up. Arison, I was surprised he played. I don't know. I just feel like he's been so. I hope he stays healthy. But man, he showed up too. The whole team showed up, and that fourth line, man, Paling and Hathaway. God, they're fun to watch. And that goal that Hathaway had when he fell in that little dive off his foot, hits it in, and he lays on his back. Yeah, that was sexy. That was good. But yeah, man, we're 5 points out of a playoff spot, so it's still pretty tight in the East.
Yeah,
yeah, but it's gonna be a fun race for the whole Eastern Conference, man.
Yeah,
Montreal, Ottawa,
they're all,
Detroit, man. Rangers, Philly.
I'd love to put Buffalo in there, but that's not going to happen. Yeah, just a quick correction. Drysdale, 2 points tonight, not 3.
So you had 2 points?
2 points, but a huge goal, big goal. Yeah, dude. I know this is the one game that a lot of Philadelphia fans had circled. Cutter Gauthier. What were the chants tonight? The chants right out of the gate were, "We want Cutter, we want Cutter." That was before he stepped on the ice, and then the second he got on the ice, those chants turned into "F you, Cutter, F you, Cutter," and that was awesome, man. Just classic Philly fans loved it.
Diehards.
Yeah, diehards. They've been waiting for this, and
yeah,
I think it was a good experience for the players too, right? Because like a lot of these players haven't experienced winning hockey with Philadelphia. And to have the building sold out like that and just going nuts over everything. I mean, that's the atmosphere that Philly's known for. And for a lot of these players, I'm sure they're excited, to get back to the playoffs and to have these fans show up like that again.
Dude, like that's what I'm saying. Like, just watching the replay and the highlights and seeing a sold out stadium, everyone's engaged. Like I can't wait to watch this game tomorrow by myself. And just, take it all in. But I bet you Cutter is just so happy to get that done with and move on in life. Because I think, he's having, a very awful season. I think for, a guy to go that low in the draft. And then, how many points does he have? 20? 18?
18 points, I believe. Yeah, 5 goals, 18 points awful. In 42 games. So
he should have he should be a little bit higher, I thought. But I mean, I think he's going to do better now. Now that he has his game out of the way, I bet you he's just in a sore.
Yeah.
So I think he will, man.
Yeah.
I think he will. I think he needed to get this done so he can move on with life. Because, man, he's probably been stressing about this since he got traded. I know I would be. Flyer fans are ruthless.
Like, yeah, speaking of Flyer fans,
they love
man.
you. They love you, and they boo you. And you're going to talk about this guy who beat up the Montreal or the Maple Leafs, right?
Yeah.
They're ruthless, man. They don't give a shit.
Man. No,
they are ruthless. They're savages. They don't care. They will spit you and eat you alive. They love you or they hate you. So yeah,
it's unbelievable.
That's what we are.
Do you know what here's a funny story about that Philly fight. Not really a fight. The guy just assaulting those two Maple Leaf fans. So that night, I'm like, oh man, like TikTok. I got to get this on TikTok. So what I did, I found the video on CTV News.
Yeah.
And I went to I downloaded the video and then I made a TikTok of me talking. And then I put the video hey, look at the recovery time in this though.
Boom.
So I got I put the video on the TikTok, whatever. So it was me talking in the video, and then I put the description, blah 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 blah. Like, what do you guys think? Whatever it was. So I'm like, man, this TikTok, like, this might blow up because it would have been one of the first.
Yeah.
And I'm like, a few minutes later, I'm like, I go to check, and I'm like, hey, let's see what's going on, and TikTok had like said no, man. They're like, this
Really?
is a warning. You can't do this.
What?
You can't put this on there because, and it wasn't the video itself because I got it off TikTok. But I think it was.
Right.
I think maybe it was because like I was
Your wording.
my wording of like, what did you guys think?
Yeah.
Like, did he deserve it? Kind of like I didn't say did they deserve it, but I think TikTok kind of maybe
It was something it was in your description that you have that you should have used different.
It was
phrase.
kind of like enticing people to talk about violence or something. Yeah. So,
well,
anyways, it got deleted.
In the
I
end,
got a warning.
In the end,
but
don't do it again, John. In the end,
no,
you don't want to see.
It wasn't a
shit
strike.
happen.
They said it wasn't a strike, but no, you don't.
I mean, but as a Philly fan, man, you don't want to see anyone get assaulted. And we don't know the whole context of that situation. We don't know if those Maple Leafs fans were asking for it. We don't know what happened. I didn't see the full video, but you just see this guy coming up there and is giving it to him. But you don't want to see that shit. And you should be allowed to wear any jersey of the opposite when you go somewhere, right? But, hopefully it had some meaning at least. Hopefully it just wasn't just because they're wearing a blue and white jersey. I hope. I don't know.
Yeah. No, exactly, right?
But it's funny, though. Man. Yeah, it's ruthless. Yeah.
It was.
Of all teams, like, I'm happy as a Maple Leafs.
Not the funny.
I'm happy.
But like the funny thing too is not that it's funny, but it was just like it was a dad and his kid. So it's just like he goes and he punches the kid, punches the dad. Yeah. It's like, well.
And the dad's like, no.
I don't know, man.
I don't want anything. I want to see the full video. Why did they deserve it? Did he deserve it?
Yeah.
I want to know.
The funny thing.
I want to know.
The funny thing too. Yeah. The funny thing too is like the kid took the punch really well.
He took like a little kid. That guy can't.
Yeah.
That guy who threw the punch can't hit. He must have pillows.
They looked good
for mitts. They look strong. But guess what? It didn't do nothing. So figure it out.
Wild.
I don't know.
But it was wild. But like, I mean, yeah, it's like, I don't know. We were hoping to get to a game, Montreal Flyers game in Philadelphia in March, right? And
we're doing it.
And like, I don't know. I'm kind of hesitant to wear my jersey, wear my Habs jersey, right?
John, you're gonna wear it.
But I'm definitely not gonna taunt Philadelphia fans if we win. Like I would never do that. Just for my own safety, man.
You shouldn't be an asshole. I don't think you do that in general. Like, I'm not gonna go even in Calgary. I'm not gonna wear my Giroux jersey and go to the fans and you say "fuck you" to the other like you're asking for it. You're asking for it. People have pops in them. You're not gonna. Yeah, you deserve to get shot if you're gonna be a douche like that. And there's gonna be some guy who has nothing to lose. He could be having a bad day, and you might get a licking. But you're gonna wear your jersey, and if you score, you're gonna get up and chant. That's what you do. But
just get up and be like, or just not even stand up, just be like. Nod your head.
You're not gonna get up and just say "f you," but yeah.
No, but it's different though, man. Like Canada is different, man. Watching Canadian hockey, you can do that in Canada. You know what I mean?
I feel comfortable doing it, but
but
I think it's
some of those NHL, American cities, man. Nah, dangerous. It's dangerous, man.
John, it's NHL franchise across North America. I think it's the same. I think there are. I don't know. You've seen some fights at the NFL games too. It's pretty rowdy as well.
Oh yeah.
But no, I just think you shouldn't be, disrespectful. I think it's okay to chant and celebrate, right?
For sure. Just no taunting. Just no taunting.
Don't piss people off.
Yeah.
Don't be
Anyways, okay. Well, let's move on from Philly. Let's get on to the Montreal Canadiens because I'm really excited about that. Montreal Canadiens lost to the Dallas Stars tonight 2-1 in a shootout, but I don't really look at it as we lost the game. We earned a point against the Dallas Stars because the Dallas Stars are a great team, and Montreal, they can't lose, man. They can't lose in regulation. They've lost one regulation game, I think, in their last 8 games or so. The Chicago Blackhawks of all team, but we beat Florida, we beat Tampa, we beat Vegas, we beat Vancouver, we beat Washington. Teams. and we got a
Yeah,
point
man.
against Dallas. No complaints there. Patrick Laine scored his 9th goal of the season. And guess what? It was
Power play.
on the power play, as
Yeah.
always. He played a pretty good game all around, but I mean, he's just a master on that power play. It was a 5-on-3, assisted by Nick Suzuki, and you guessed it, little Lane Hutson.
Was it
So
a
that was
one-timer?
awesome.
Was it a one-timer?
I believe. Was it?
Was it?
No, I think he cradled the puck a little bit and then took the shot. I believe.
You know, I was watching the shootout. I was really disappointed with Nick Suzuki's shootout deke. I thought it was awful. I don't know. Out of all the players, I just felt it was like a 3. Out of 10, it was a 3. I thought he could have done a lot more. Cole Caulfield almost had him.
Yeah.
That was exciting. Yeah, but Nick Suzuki, I just feel like he could have done... That wasn't him. He usually is a clutch player in shootout, and that was the sloppiest, shootout shot I've ever seen him do.
Yeah.
He's usually a guy who scores, always.
He is usually a guy who scores.
But-
Yeah. I didn't have high expectations going into the shootout because, like, at the end of the day, it comes down to goaltending, and they have Ottinger. We have Montembeault. Montembeault played a great game. He actually stopped 34 of 35 shots, and he was absolutely unreal. But in a shootout, I mean, I'm always taking the better goalie, and Ottinger is obviously the better goalie. So
He's
what,
amazing.
like, dude, man, like, you could tell, like, Montreal's coming off a back-to-back. They played Washington last night in Washington, beat them in overtime, fly home, get into Montreal around 2:30 from what I heard. And then a game against Dallas, another tough team.
Tough team, man.
They just battled, man. They just battled all night, and they just stuck with it. They came out flying, like, some big hits. You should have seen the Patrick Laine hit on what's his name? Something Beck. Just crushed him.
Did he?
Crushed him along the board.
Laine?
Crushed him. Yeah.
Good for him.
So, like, Montreal was just running around, crushing guys. Anderson crushing guys. By the third period, it was just survival mode. It just seemed like they were just, not that they were hanging on defensively, like, they weren't pinned in their own zone, but they were just like, you could just sense that they were just hanging on, trying to just survive the game. They still got their chances, but they just look like, let's just get to overtime. Let's get this point, and whatever happens in overtime, whatever happens. But no, I'm loving it, man. They're playing great hockey.
Yeah,
Win
they
or
are.
lose, when they play like this, like, you love to see it. You love to watch it. I don't know, man. And for me, that I've never ever been a one to judge a game or a team on the score. Never. Montreal can play the worst game in the world and win, and I'll still, they suck. They play really well and lose. I'll always be happy with it. Doesn't matter. So, but yeah, they're sitting outside the wild card right now. But
Yep.
I don't know, man. I know a lot of people are talking about the wild card. Like, hopefully, maybe we can get into the wild card. I'm going to take one step further, go one step further, and I think that Montreal is going to actually battle for third place in the Atlantic, because Boston's not even there anymore. It's Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has taken over third place in the Atlantic. Boston's wild card right now. Boston, I don't think are even going to make the playoffs, to be honest. I think Montreal has a legit chance of finishing top 3.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. Boston, there seems to be some animosity in the dressing room. I'm not sure what's going on. You hear rumors. I'm not going to speculate, but yeah, they didn't really have a good start of the last 10 games. I think I've seen didn't they lose 5 in a row?
I'm not even sure. I'm not sure how they're looking.
I don't know, but Matt, I'm feeling Montreal is going to go on a heater. And I got a feeling, dude, they're going to be such a good team next year, man. Oh, yeah. I'm excited for you. I do think, though, with your backup goalie, I think he's something special.
Big boost.
He's doing really, yeah. And how do you pronounce his name?
Jakub Dobeš.
Jakub Dobeš.
Dobeš.
Love it.
Yeah.
He's Chechnya,
I think
Czechoslovakia?
I think it's Czech. Yeah. If I had to
Love
guess,
him. Yeah,
I think
man.
it's Czech.
I'm so happy for him. I love seeing goalies come out of nowhere and just. He kind of reminds you of Seeloff from the Vancouver Canucks last year in the playoffs.
Oh, right, yeah.
Guy comes out of nowhere and he's playing good hockey. Yeah, so I mean, I feel bad for Primo. I don't know if he'll get picked up or traded.
You know what? You know what's funny about Primo? So he's played 2 games in Laval, and I think he's got a shutout. He's got 2 wins. His like goals against is like under 1 or something. He's just like
good for him,
just killing it.
Good for him.
But he's always killed it. He's always killed it in Laval. Just couldn't get it going here. But I really don't see a place for that guy on our team going forward at any point. I think that ship has sailed. I think we with Dobish and then Fowler on his way in a couple of years. I just don't see a reason for Primo to ever come back up to this team. But yeah, no, honestly, man, just watching them tonight, I'm thinking like, Montreal, if Montreal makes the playoffs and I was a team having to face the Montreal Canadiens, I'd be nervous because they're bottom 6. They're made for the playoffs. Like that is a playoff bottom 6. Like their bottom 2 lines are unreal. Like they're exactly what you want 2 bottom lines to be. Like they're great. They have great penalty killers. They hit. They can score. They shut down things defensively. Like their energy. They create. If I was a team having to face Montreal in the playoffs, if Montreal did make the playoffs, I would be nervous big time.
Of course.
I think Montreal's actually made for the playoffs, to be honest.
They're they're contenders, man. Like ever since your boy Hutson is number 1, man, I feel like other players just have that, what's that word? They feel really confident. Like really confident. Right. And I don't know. They look like a whole new team, man.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think things are looking good. If they just keep playing like they're playing right now, then they're going to be fine. But let's move on from the Montreal Canadiens. And we're going to go around the NHL a little bit. But just quickly, I know this is a little late. We're coming at it a little late. We were going to have a podcast on Wednesday. Had some difficulties. So we had to wait a week. But just quickly, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but Team USA won the World Juniors back-to-back gold medals. Yep. They beat Finland 4-3 in overtime last Sunday, so it's not quite a week. It's 7 days, 6 days, whatever. Cole Hutson, Ryan Leonard led the way. Hutson had a goal and an assist. Leonard had 2 assists. Teddy Stiga played hero in overtime, scoring that goal. Leonard was named tournament MVP, 5 goals, 5 assists for 10 points in 7 games. And Cole Hutson finished the tournament with 3 goals, 11 points in 7 games. The reason I bring this up because you watched a lot of that, right? And you saw how good this kid was.
Oh, man, he's electric.
What do you see in Cole that's different from Lane?
Nothing. There's nothing different. They're the same. They're like Irish twins. It's how did they both go second round? Washington. Oh, they're going to be such a good team with him next year. I'm so excited to be playing again. I'm excited to see that duo of Matvey against Cole Hutson. Yeah, Cole Hutson next year. I'm excited, man.
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be next year. He was drafted. He might spend 2 years in college, right?
He doesn't need to be, man. That guy's ready for the show. That kid's ready, man. Look at him. He's just dancing, ditzling, doopsy. Like this kid's ready. He's just like Quinn Hughes. He might be better than Quinn Hughes. I think they're both better than Quinn Hughes. Yeah, I don't know. How did they go second round?
You think Lane Hutson and Cole Hutson are better than Quinn Hughes?
Oh, absolutely they will be. No doubt about it. And I love the Hughes brothers, all 3 of them. They're unique. And I would love to see the Hughes brothers all play on one team. I think that'd be really special, especially for the family. But yeah, man, they're incredible. That's such a good hockey family, especially for the Hudsons, man. And they're American. Love it. Fucking rights, man.
Yeah, I like. I think Cole. I think Cole's got a little more like not fire because Lane Hutson has fire, but he doesn't. He's a little more
different.
A little more nasty,
different,
looking, right? Yeah,
he's kind of like the little bit of like the Florian Jacki compared to Wi-Fi.
To Arbor,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, like Wi-Fi is like it seems like he's more mature, right? And then you look at Florian, and there's something ticking inside him that he's kind of a dark horse. You don't know what he is, but he's a little bit of good and a little bit of bad. I think he could be a liability. I don't know, but I like it. He's gonna be fun to watch, man. Like that, like Florian Jacki is one kid coming up. Like, man, lock him down. He's gonna be electric. He's gonna get the crowd going. Yeah, he fights, he hits, he scores. Like, he's a tough kid. I'm excited. Excited for next year. Next couple of years, man. There's some fun kids coming up.
Oh yeah, more than like it seems like there's more than there's ever been. I don't know. Because I mean,
there's a lot of good hockey players.
Probably true, right? Yeah, exactly. Every year the players get better. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for Florian, but I do get the comparison. Like, obviously not in the sense of like they're tough or not, but like you're saying, you have one brother who's a little more composed, a little more, but the same attributes as their brothers, right?
Yeah, but Lane looks more reserved. Looks more like Cole. Kind of looks more like a stud. I don't know. He might be better than Lane.
Mm-hmm. I wonder. Man. It's gonna be time will tell. And it's funny, Montreal had the chance to draft him, but they decided to let him go. Why would you not
want to have two Hutsons? Oh my goodness, man! I just feel like you dropped the ball, and I just feel like sometimes the Philly, I wish we could have got some different draft picks. Like, I'm still kind of bitter about. Yeah, I think I wish we had a bigger team, like Cam York. Like, there was so much hype about him, and I just don't see that hype. And I think it would be better if he was like another 2 inches taller, a little more weight, a little more height, and a little more gritty. I'd be happy, but he doesn't bring that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's fragile, right? So, and he's not quick like Lane Hutson. Like, Lane Hutson's like, he's squirmy. He bounces off you. Like, he's so fast and quick.
Yeah.
He's not going to put himself in a position to get hurt.
No.
You can watch him. He doesn't put himself in a position. He's so agile.
Yeah.
You can't catch him.
No. But sometimes it comes close. Like, there's a couple of times where it's just like,
it's going to happen.
I think I think it was the first game of the season against Toronto with Ryan Reeves. Like, Reeves just missed him. Like, he just got out of the way.
Did he?
Tonight it was Jamie. Tonight it was Jamie Benn.
Jamie Benn. Oh, he is one guy. He is one of the 4 players with no mask in the league,
right?
That you better watch out for.
Yeah,
because Jamie Benn will ruin you.
Yeah, Lane just got out of the way, man. Just got out of the way of Jamie Benn. So it's just like, man.
Could you imagine if you rocked him?
I don't know
what would happen.
I don't know.
Oh, that'd be fun to watch. Arbor would jump the bench. He would get a 5-game misconduct. He would just
25. That would be I think it's 25, isn't it? Yeah.
He would jump the bench. I just
don't know if Lane could handle it. I don't know if he could handle it. His 165-pound body.
Jamie Benn crushed him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jamie Benn is a monster, man. He's an old man. He would. I think he's ripped. I think he'd be okay.
Oh, Lane would be okay?
He'd be a little bit.
Let's just hope he keeps avoiding those types of hits.
If his head's up, he's fine.
Oh, yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's not with his head down. It's
if his head's down and you get hit, I think that's when you're concussed. You don't know what's going on. But if you get rocked with your head up, it's totally different of how you fall and land, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know, but it needs something to happen in NHL. It's been kind of vanilla lately.
Ever since Rempe got suspended, there hasn't been too much. But Rempe. I guess the McCabe and Hathaway, little debacle, little debacle,
McCabe,
little fight.
McCabe tried. It's funny with Hathaway, man. People don't realize. They know he's a grinder, but anytime that he drops the mitts, he does very well. And I wish he dropped the mitts more. Because he's 6'2", 6'3", 205, 210. Like, he's,
good solid kid.
He's built.
Good solid kid.
Right.
Anyways, let's move on to some Dylan Cozens talk. According to Elliot Freeman, who discussed this on, I believe, his latest episode of 32 Thoughts, the Detroit Red Wings were close to acquiring Dylan Cozens just before Christmas. Really close, he said. So obviously nothing got done, but he did say that the two teams are continuing to scout each other. So it still may be a possibility. Obviously, Cozens was supposed to be a big piece to the future in Buffalo, but is off to a rough start. He has 9 goals, 12 assists for 21 points in 42 games. So not the season he was hoping for. What are you laughing at? The cat?
Yeah, that's funny, man.
The damn cat. I hope it is.
Cozens, man, he's having a tough season. Like Cutter Gauthier is doing better than him. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, in terms
no, he's
of
not.
like,
I don't think so.
I know, but I think he is in terms of his first year,
right?
And Dylan Cozens should be lighting it up. So I think he's doing better than Dylan.
Yeah, he should be at 30 plus goals.
I don't know what's going on. He should be.
Yeah. So, reading some stuff on the Daily Faceoff, they did the stupid cat. Now it's just like banging at the door. I don't even know if you know what. Just give me a second. I'm just gonna go let her in. I mean, I don't know what else.
Let her in, man.
Here.
Hey,
yeah, let her in.
Let's let the cat in, man. She just wants to hang out with you, buddy. Yeah, Dylan Cozens. Come on, man. Gonna do one.
I'll have to cut that out because I am wearing underwear. I'm not wearing anything but underwear.
I didn't see nothing.
No,
I didn't see nothing.
I could see it in the.
I say we go live, man. We go live.
Just go do it. Just keep it.
Yeah.
Okay. So so a couple. Yeah. Okay. So I'll start this over. So the Daily Faceoff had mentioned two possible trade targets for Dylan Cozens. One was Marco Kasper. He's a 20-year-old center who was drafted 8th overall in 2022. Just 3 goals and 9 points in 36 games played this season. So I don't know what the attraction there would be. The second player they talked about was Jonathan. No H, so I think it's Jonathan. Jonathan. Sounds like my dad. Jonathan. My French dad. Jonathan.
Jean Christian.
But Jonathan Berggren. Butchered that name. But 24-year-old winger drafted 33rd overall in 2018. He's got 6 goals, 10 points in 39 games. To me, that doesn't seem like... I don't know why. I don't know, man. If I'm the Buffalo Sabres, I'm not trying to get younger. I am not trying to find... to find futures, prospects. I am trying to find players who can help win now.
Yeah.
Right?
They should have been winning years ago. Like you've had... Since Eichel. You've had Reinhardt. You've had other players that I can't remember, but you should be Taylor Hall. You should be in a playoff spot by now.
Yeah.
That GM should be fired. Done.
Brandon Montour, Allmark.
Oh, Montour, Allmark.
There's a lot of good players come out of Buffalo, man.
They got to quit.
Rodriguez.
I think. Yeah, Rodriguez. Yeah, he's all right. I think he's
Stanley Cup champ.
He just bounces. He bounces. Yeah, he's a great guy to,
Yeah, have on your bottom 6.
Yeah, absolutely he is. But no, man, that team should be a good. It's the fans that are suffering, right?
Yeah.
And if you're a fan, you're paying there. That shouldn't be happening, man. And it's kind of like how. Yeah, I'm still kind of bitter. Like I wish we had Cutter Gauthier. It would have been amazing to have Cutter and Matvey the first year.
Mm-hmm,
and it's not. And we have Jamie Drysdale, and the expectations are not there for him. Okay, he's still got so much development to go through. He's been battling injuries in and out for the last two years. But yeah, I'm not going to dwell on it. But I think Buffalo should be a contender by now.
Yeah.
No question.
So for them to tear down and start over, I don't think that's where they need to go. They need to find...
No.
Like, that's why I like the idea of Pettersson, right? Because Pettersson could go in there and he could be your first line center or second, and then you have 2 legit centers like that are ready to win now.
Yep.
They have to make that happen. If I was Buffalo, you have to make that happen because he has no trade clause that doesn't. It only kicks in. I'm not sure when, but soon. I think at the end of this season. So like, no one wants to go to Buffalo. So the fact that you could force Pettersson to come to Buffalo, yeah, I think that's who you need to target. You need him and do whatever it takes to get him because that could change your franchise around.
That or JT Miller. That or JT.
Yeah, I don't know if I think JT Miller might have a
trade clause.
Right, no trade clause. I would believe. Yeah. I'm not totally sure on that.
Probably would.
I'd imagine. I haven't heard anything otherwise, so it leads me to believe. Okay, so moving on from that, Cozens to Detroit may still happen. We'll see, but it does seem like he's gonna go, and to me, it doesn't make a lot of sense to trade Dylan Cozens, but we'll see. All right, man. Just quickly, the Daily Faceoff released an updated trade board on July 8th. I think that's just a few days ago, and I thought we could go through some of the names and see if anybody pops out for you. I don't think Montreal's going to make any more trades, but you never know. But I know Philly's got a lot of work to do. And is there anyone on this board that interests you? There's Brock Nelson, Yanni Gourde, Taylor Hall, Ryan Lindgren, Dylan Cozens, Bowen Byram, Ivan Provorov, Brandon Tanev, and I'll give you a couple more. Jack Quinn, Matthew Olivier, and Trent Frederick. Is there anybody who pops out to you? You're like, yes. Give me 6 of those guys.
All right. I want 6. I want Matthew Olivier. I want Trent Frederick. I want Bo Byram. Of course I want Dylan Cozens. And yeah, Taylor Hall to help the young. I think we man. I love all the Lawton, great leader, but I think he could do good in Toronto. Okay, then you have Brink. I like him. His personality. He's growing on me. But let's see. Let's trade him.
And he's little.
Yeah, he's little, but he's a thick kid. He's kind of like Marchand. I think he'll be a Marchand in years to come. He's too nice to be the grittiness of Marchand, but I think he could be kind of a menace if he just kind of had an attitude adjustment. That's great.
Way, yeah.
And look at Max Domi. Look, love that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, there's a lot of players that I would love to see. I just don't know I think the Flyers are going to stick with their plan, man. They're not going to go off their plan to do it for this year.
Yeah.
It won't happen, man.
You don't think so, eh?
If you can get Taylor Hall, clutch.
You think so?
But absolutely, man. That kid's got everything. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's 33 years old. He's played in 39 games this season. He's got 8 goals, 13 assists, 21 points. He's a pending UFA, $6 million a year, which wouldn't really matter in Philadelphia. Yeah, I don't know. I see Taylor Hall kind of going to a legit contender,
Stanley
right?
Cup, a Stanley Cup.
I think that's what his goal was, signing with
Cup.
Chicago. Just see if he can go get some playing time, get his numbers up, and then hopefully get traded to a new team. Out. That's I imagine. Brock Nelson, Yanni Gourde. This is another young small center. I don't think that would do well for you. Dylan Cozens, man, that's a great piece. If you guys could go get Dylan Cozens, I mean, on this board as well is Joel Farabee.
I want to see him gone. He's not really doing too much for me.
Did he get benched tonight? I believe he did.
I honestly don't know.
I think he missed
Alex Ollie played tonight, so I think he did.
Yeah, I think it was Farabee. I think he had played like 216 games straight and never been a healthy scratch, never missed a game. And John Tortorella decided that he
needs to be. He hasn't been doing nothing. Yeah, so Farabee, Kolosov, and Johnson.
Okay. Yeah. So
but I think he needs a fresh start.
Maybe he's a piece. Yeah, maybe he's a piece that could.
He's definitely going somewhere. I think you trade him to Boston. We get Bo Byram back.
Oh, Buffalo, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously throw them another player.
Yeah.
But Byram, the guy you locked down, man. He's a nice D guy.
Yeah. Matthew Olivier, that'd be nice. But he's got 10 goals now. Wow, he's on pace for 20 goals.
He's a good fourth liner, man. Third liner too.
Jeez, do you know how much he's making right now?
How much?
He's got $1.1 million a year. 1.1.
He should get paid $2 million.
Oh man, he should get 2.5. I bet he gets 2.5 next year.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I would think so.
Yeah.
He's got 10 goals, 16 points. I mean, he's on pace for 20 goals. If this kid can hit 20 goals and be the best fighter in the entire NHL, like, hello. Payday, just don't go to Philly because they'll bury you. Like they did with Delorier.
Or Montreal.
Oh, man, I would love to see him in Montreal, too.
First off, Delorier's been hurt for like 2 months. So
he is actually hurt?
He is hurt. He's hurt. Yeah,
Okay.
upper body injury.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, moving on to some quick notes. Ridley Greg signs 4-year deal with the Ottawa Senators. He resigns $13 million, annual cap hit of $3.25 million, 6 goals and 12 points in 37 games this season. Good contract.
Wow.
Good contract. He's actually spent most of the year playing on the top six in a top 6 role, which surprised me. Before doing some
too.
research, I thought he was more of a bottom 6 guy, but he's been playing with some really good players this year. So that's good for him. A good Lethbridge kid.
Lethbridge boy. Yeah. I think he's getting overpaid.
It does seem like a lot.
Yeah, it does.
3.25. But I think they have high expectations for this kid. I think they actually think he's actually going to be someone who can score goals and produce points. I don't know how much.
That's the guy who did the slap shot, right?
Yes.
At the end?
Yeah. And then the guy who fought Kirby Doc in the preseason. Yeah. But I think he does have some offensive punch to him. So I think expectations, maybe he can hit 20 goals a season. Maybe he tops out at 20. But if you can, someone who can score 20 goals and make 3.25 a year, it's obviously a good deal. So
that's a
good deal for Ottawa.
clean living.
So I think it's a win-win for both sides. They lock him up. He obviously likes Ottawa. Great city, Ottawa.
Beautiful.
If you've ever been, it's a great little place.
You live there.
Love it.
Saturday.
Love it. Evander Kane had knee surgery. I think it was last Thursday, I believe. He's expected. The expected recovery time is 4 to 8 weeks. He's already dealing with abdominal surgery that he had in September. So the plan, he hopes to be back before the season ends
for playoffs.
He's
going for
right.
He's pulling the old what's his name
Kucherov.
from Vegas there.
There's Kucherov, Stone, Mark Stone.
The good old Stone deal, eh?
Yeah.
Clutch play.
So
let's get it now.
Yeah.
So that way he can come back just in time for playoffs.
Exactly.
And then
Ready
we'll get
to
another
go,
piece.
Right? Yeah.
Yep. Who we trade? Who are they going to trade, I wonder? Because they're going to get another player for his contract.
Dude, you know who I think who's going to go? Which will be the saddest thing.
What team?
Edmonton. Like you're saying that Edmonton might have to trade someone.
Okay, let me guess.
Yeah, I guess.
How old are they?
30s.
What position?
I'd say he's like 32, 33, 30, something like that. He's a winger.
Hopkins?
No.
Who?
I think Jeff Skinner.
Oh, he hasn't done much this year.
No, I think he's been actually quite a disappointment in Edmonton. So
yeah, he has.
So there's a chance. I mean, I heard someone say something, my inside source that I don't have, but I heard one of the guys, one of the podcasters in Edmonton. What's his name? He's actually, I think he does radio too.
Is it Lane?
No.
Lane
Strudwick?
No.
Strudwick. Maybe Strudwick, something Strudwick. But yeah, I think he said that they're not happy and there's a chance that he might get shipped out, which would be unreal because this kid's played over 1,000 games in the NHL, has never played a playoff game, signs in Edmonton.
Who?
For sure.
Skinner?
Yeah, Jeff Skinner has never
Skinner's
played.
never played a playoff game? That is so sad, man.
So Jeff Skinner's played 1,000 games, never played a playoff game, signs with Edmonton, guaranteed playoff team. And then if he gets shipped out, it would be kind of hilarious, but at the same time, very, very sad. But yeah, so Kane, he's got a lot to recover from, but He should be back in time for playoffs. And if he's fully healthy, that's a big get.
Good.
That's a big get for Edmonton, right? Because like last year, he tried, he played, but he had a really hard time.
He did.
He missed a few games
did
too.
good, though.
He had a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
He was not himself, and he missed. He did miss a few games, so obviously that's a big help. Utah Hockey Club forward Dylan Guenther out indefinitely with a lower body injury. They
Guenther, like Dylan from like Salt Lake.
Yes, from the Utah
No
Hockey
way.
Club. 21 years old, third on the team in
he's
scoring.
Doing so good.
16 goals, 34 points in 40 games this season. So obviously, head coach did say he was going to miss significant time, but should be back by the end of the season. And they're pushing for the playoffs too, so that's a big loss. This kid off to a good start. And they're going to miss him.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're 43 points. I mean, they're 5 points out of a playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
I think Calgary's going to make playoffs. I hope they do.
What are they at now?
They're in third, so they're 3 points behind Vancouver for a wild card spot.
Okay. 3 points back? You said 3?
3 points back, yeah.
I'm curious to see if Vancouver makes the playoffs. I don't know if they will.
Man, I don't know what's going on, man. They should be. If Demko's healthy, and if Pettersson he's on IR now, I think too, isn't he?
I think he's coming off. I think he played tonight.
Off?
He could have played tonight against Toronto.
Did he play tonight?
He could have. I don't know if we want to check that, but I could check that quick.
Addresses the media after tonight's game.
What's that?
Is today the 10th?
Pettersson 1 point tonight.
Attaboy, Pettersson.
Yeah. So Utah has recalled Josh Doan, Shane Doan's son, from the Tuscan Roadrunners of the AHL.
Yeah, he played. Didn't he play last week?
Yeah,
or no?
I was actually, when I saw that, I was actually surprised that I thought he was playing with the team already. So I was a little surprised to learn that he was been playing in the AHL this season. So, anyways, but that's enough of the quick notes. There's not much else going on right now. Kind of a quiet Saturday in the NHL. Nothing too crazy. But so I thought we'd play a game. We did trivia the last couple games, but I don't know if you've seen this rundown, seen our little plan here. But I was like thinking about jerseys and like some of my favorite jerseys. So I want to know your top 5 jerseys if you can. And I got my top 5, and we'll see where we land. How do you feel about that?
Man, there's a lot of nice jerseys.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go first, or do you want?
I think every franchise, like, as much as I hate to say it, I think the Maple Leafs have a really nice jersey. The black and blue ones, man. They're intimidating.
Do you want to go top 5 or what?
Yeah,
So who's 5?
Yeah, you go. Oh man, I don't know. How about you go?
Okay,
John?
I'll go first.
Think about this. You're putting me on the spot.
I know, and I had lots of time to think about it. So
you did.
All right. So number 5, I'm gonna go Dallas Stars. I really like the new Dallas Stars jerseys, the green and the star and the. I love it. I love the green. I love the color. Love the logo. I think they look fresh and clean out on the ice there. So I'll give that number 5. Number 4 is the LA Kings, like the black and silver, like the Wayne Gretzky. And I think they brought that back this year. So I like the LA Kings, old school jersey, the black and silver. Number 3, I love the San Jose Sharks jersey, like the teal. Oh, there's nothing. It's almost my number 1. But I'll put it number 3. But it's beautiful jersey, man. Love it so much. I love it, like the pants, the socks, the jersey, everything about it is just lovely. Number 2, I have to put the Montreal Canadiens up there. Obviously, classic logo, my team, my colors. Love everything about it. Number 2. But number 1, you're not looking at this, right?
No.
Okay, so you don't know a clue.
No, I don't.
You know the jersey I love the most in the NHL? By far?
Maple Leafs.
Heck no. No, it's the Buffalo Sabres. I love the Buffalo Sabres. They're full blue. The blue with the yellow with the. I absolutely love that jersey. I think it's the cleanest jersey, and I was so sad when they went to the goat head. And I know a lot of people love the goat head, the black, the black, silver, blue, or red,
gray, silver.
Yeah, people love that jersey, but I think the classic blue, yellow, Buffalo Sabres, my favorite jersey by far.
Man, I'd have to look, but I'm gonna probably say I'm gonna say number 3 would be Vegas. So I'm taking a look. I brought it up.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna say number 2 for me. I do love the black and orange Philly. I do. The black and orange. It's like murdered out. I love it. Man, I hate to say it. I think my number 1 is gonna be the black and blue and Maple Leafs.
Really?
I know. I really do.
Ouch.
I think it's a slick. I know, but hey, it's all about respect, and I respect it.
So you went Vegas 3, 2,
Philly 2,
Philly 2.
Number 1 is Maple Leafs. Yeah. And I'm gonna have to go San Jose, the black, teal, and white.
Okay, yeah.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there's a few here that I'm caught on here for number 5. It's weird, but I like the Jets jerseys. The original one with like the one has the jet in it, the blue kind of turquoise.
Oh, like the one they came back with?
Yeah.
Well, like
the red one. No, the blue one. It's their away one, the blue, white, and kind of teal blue. Yeah,
that's beautiful.
Yeah, but I mean, the Dallas Stars is one, but you kind of picked it. I was like, yeah, and I do like the jersey, like the New Jersey one a lot.
Yeah,
but I also like the old school Canucks one too.
Me too, man. I love it.
Yeah, that was
so much.
That's another one I like a lot.
Yeah, like the black with the silver, with the yellow and stuff.
Yeah,
I know. I think that's such a better jersey.
Buffalo. It's like the old Buffalo. It's just
classic.
It's classic.
It's what we grew up with, right? Like the Hartford Whalers. I don't know if maybe you're too young for that. I don't know.
Okay, no, hold on. And I have this in my list. I got to change my number 5 to the Capitals.
Really?
Capitals.
Which one?
After relooking it, the first one with Ovi. Remember when he came in 2003?
Yeah.
The blue. It has the eagle on it.
The eagle,
that one might be number 5, and that one could be number 4.
There's so many good ones, man. The NHL
There's a lot
has
of nice
great
jerseys out there.
man.
But yeah, number 1, I'm gonna have to say it's gonna be Montreal. The black, the blue. I love it. It's
Montreal, Toronto,
Maple Leafs.
The Maple Leafs.
Yeah, man.
Well, there you go.
I
think on that note, I think that does it for another episode of the Barely Onside Podcast, episode 20. Pelly, thanks for listening, watching. Please follow us on Facebook and TikTok at Barely Onside Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can also listen to us on Spotify.